everything leads to something big like that, which unites people and which enlightens people and which connects people. So good luck to your whole team, you.
So it's always good luck when we have somebody like you smiling at the start of the show and also is advising us. So my first question to you is, so what according to you is going to be the new normal?
It's changing every day, right? But there's certain things which stays. I think the ideals are definitely staying, because some of the tried and tested things of life, like being useful to each other, empathy, which are probably hardwired in our system of spirituality or soul, that stays. When we feel for someone, we love someone, that stays. Everything else is a shell. The way we dress, the way we watch things, the way we comment, and the way we express changes. But ultimately, we are all connected with the same thing: with hope, with pain, with sadness, with happiness, and probably cheering for whom we love. Those things are going to be the same. But as I said, there's many things coming in for challenging us, like AI, and then there is divisiveness also. Then there's always like there is a dip and there's a mountain. There's a dip in the mountain. So I think we don't know where we are, the mountain or the dip or the valley. So humanity is like that. We just discover and then we lose it and then we discover it. So the whole process makes, I guess, life interesting for us.
So when you're talking about dip, there is no way that we can go lower than this.
That's a good sign. Yeah, I can only go up now.
But talking about coronavirus and COVID, so much is changing, sir. So in and around us, whether it be social distancing, whether it be the fact that now people are having to keep their businesses open on alternate days. When it comes to airlines, when it comes to theaters, when it comes to movies, like say for example, 99 songs, or for the matter any movie, now it's going to digital releases. So it's going to be a whole new world. And in this new world, do you think that there's going to be a lot of change that young people also have to get used to?
I personally think we have certain knowledge. Over the years we gathered the knowledge. It's like nature trying to challenge us. Like, now what? Now see what you can do. And so we have to reinvent many things. We have to go back to the drawing board and we have to find. So how do we entertain? Like I was talking to Mr. Shekhar Kapoor. He said during Shakespeare time, there was people doing live theater, right? Then came cinema. Then they thought, okay, now live thing is going on. The cinema and live coexisted. Then came in TV, small screens. And then the cinema will go away, but everything is staying, everything is coexisting. And then came VR, where it's even more, like probably 100 times more impactful than watching things on a cinema. But the only problem with VR, virtual reality, and mixed reality, and all those things where you didn't have the communal feeling, like you with a community where we laughed together. That was not there. And it's like maybe that's why it might not work out. People thought that, and then now we are in that zone where we have to be alone and we need to experience something big. And here comes VR. So it was like ahead of its time, like 5 years before when I started. Maybe that is the only drawback of this thing. And now the thing has become so, that should be the in thing now, where you're transported to the Himalayas, you're transported to Venice, or you transported to Mecca, or you transported to Alaska. So that things, yeah.
No, sir, but being transported to Venice is a dangerous thing these days.
I know. Hypothetically, like in VR, not literally. Yeah. Without
But sir, when you did speak about Venice, the first thought that comes to mind is dolphins And the positives of the pandemic, because quite honestly, the positive of the pandemic, one of the biggest positives has been the environment, sir. Personally, at least for me, I stay to see, and now for the first time, I'm able to see clearly from one end of the necklace to the other end of the necklace. I can actually see the necklace.
Okay, if you take the negatives, so you see this exodus happening, migrant workers. We never existed. That's such a big thing called migrant workers and their lives. We didn't even know because we were all so busy with our own lives, our own challenges. And when we see this is India, and what are we doing about it? And we are all in our own pigeonhole. Like, okay, this is my thing, music, and you're into this thing, you're into this thing. But it's so important to think a nation as one, right? We have to look after each other, and no poor, no rich, no religion, no this thing. That's when we rise together and we use all the blessings of everybody, every individual to rise up. And we are the largest, almost in population. If you say 1.3 billion, it's like imagine all 1.3 billion are empowered with knowledge, empowered with great ideas. That's it. Ours will be the biggest nation, and that's what we should aim at, rise as a nation. And so within our reach, whomever we can empower, that should be our goals. That should be our goal. And it could be by, helping